everybody, it's Shawah. I'm coming to you again to talk about some information that I've gotten over the past 2 days about twin flames. Today is December 27th, and it's really been a lot of high energy about the information I've been receiving from the Palladian Council, from some of the archangels that deal with twin flame energy, from the goddess Diana. I also was awakened this morning with different numerical kind of codes. So before we actually come and get started and come together, I wanted to go ahead and smudge. And, you're here with me. So this is as real as we allow it to be. I'm going to go ahead and smudge just like I would, for my actual ceremonies, because you're here with me. We're here together. So I'm smudging. I'm calling in the spirits of the sage to come and clear. I'm calling in the highest loving light from the highest divine source of all there is, to put us on the right path of receiving information and receiving some of that divine loving light from the highest source of all there is, and opening to that great energy from the highest divine light, opening to the energy of our ancestors, of the ascended masters, of the archangels who are here that assist us in receiving and understanding information in our highest good and in our own highest light. It is here with us now. It is true. It is real, and I honor that fully. I accept it fully to be the channel and the guide to give you more and more information. And I thank you, Great Spirit. I thank you, the highest divine source. I thank you, Ascended Masters. I thank you to all of my guides that walk with me daily. I thank you to Archangel Michael, who is here with us and protects us. I thank you. I honor you. Yes, thank you. I can really feel a high vibration of energy and confirmation of spirit being here. And if you don't have some sort of cleansing ritual or something that you do, you seriously, for 2017, you need to go ahead and think about starting something, even if it's simple. Smudging maybe twice a month to get you started, and just really taking a few minutes to clear your own energy, your space, your aura, and going about your room and starting into that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on what I've been receiving for the past couple of days. Right now, we're ending the moon. The moon is releasing. It's at the very end. It's about 28 days old right now. So in 2 more days, on the 29th, we're going to have a new moon. Okay, so the new moon is a wonderful time for you to step forward and move on with different things you've decided on, different things you've wondered about, contracts, etc., things of that nature. And right now is a good time to cleanse and just go ahead and release whatever it is that you need to go ahead and let go of, so that your highest good can come about. Okay. Now for you that don't know me, because I know my videos are fairly new, I'm Shawah. I was formerly a case management specialist. My degree is in human services and psychology. I've been a degree professional for years and years, and basically Spirit has guided me, and my ancestors have guided me to do this, what I do here, and creating and doing readings and sessions, etc. Um, that's what I do fully and completely because that's who I came here to be. But previously, it was a lot of casework, a lot of study, psychology, family reunification, supervision, just helping people to heal from that other level, because social workers, doctors, nurses, chiropractors, they help us to heal from a different level too, So it's all going together. It's just different ways of doing it. And mine is more and more involved with spirit and channeling the information. I don't even ask for the information most of the time. It's constantly coming in from the highest good. I always ask for the highest good when I'm creating my products, when I'm doing a reading, etc. So I always try to go by the ethics and the guidelines, always, of what I was taught. Um, Also, in my shamanic training, I trained for a year before I was certified. I had about 76, 77 cases before I was certified, because it was a lot coming in for me. So, I had people that were, you know, that I wanted to help, and I'm glad it turned out this way. And I'm able to help with twin flames, especially because, I am an awakened twin. So, for this reading and for the energy that I'm really getting, Um, and I don't know if you watched my video from last week, but for this week, what's really been coming in the past few days is the awakening of the divine feminine. So it could be uh, the male part of the relationship, the male half, but it's the divine feminine, that energy that is awakening. So it could be male or female. Okay. So what I'm seeing and what I'm getting downloaded with is that the divine feminine, she's starting to truly awaken and acknowledge. She's actually starting to acknowledge that the twin flame, her other half, her twin, she's awakening and acknowledging to the fact that he may have just been there to help her to awaken, to align, to see who she truly is, and to see her true self for being this true soul in a body in this lifetime. And through that, the divine masculine has awakened this healing in her. She's able to start healing herself because she's able to truly see who she is. And it's going to look different for different divine feminines, because part of this is going to have to do with seeing how it's helping her at this point in her life. So it could be a lot of inner healing, a lot of struggles she's had in her family, in her childhood, and it's finally coming to a realization of her being this awakened soul in her path in life. So that's one part of the healing. The other part of the healing is going to be like, it's going to be like a release. With this acknowledgement energy, it's like a release of her having this narrow view of only being this type of person, or only working this genre, or only working and seeing herself in one role, to her family, to her career, etc. She's going to start releasing some of that, and it's going to look like, okay, it's going to look like almost like if you were to go out into society and you decided you were going to make society and the consciousness more awakened, and you were going to make it look like a better place, and you were actually going to start paying it forward. Um, this is huge because this is what I've really been seeing, and the energy is a lot of energy coming through with this. She is actually taking her beautiful, nurturing, divine feminine energy, and she's going out into the world and into the community, freely paying forward and helping in all these different ways and these little avenues. It could be larger scale, smaller scale, but she's actually doing this, and she's making the world, she's making the community, she's making her city, her genre, she's just making her family, all of the generations, she's just expanding and making everything beautiful. So, if you can imagine how this might look, it might look like her being involved in charities, and letting that energy just flourish, letting it go, and not putting limitations on what she can do, or putting a limit of, well, I can't do or say that. It might not sound right, or it might look a little bit funny when it's starting out, but that's okay. So this is all about releasing it and really truly being one with the divine feminine energy, and just doing it, letting go, moving forward. 2017, the divine feminine just being all over and truly healing. So through this, she's going to do so much good. The divine feminine is going to do so much good and be so powerful, and it's like this beautiful healed energy that's coming through from her, from the divine feminine, all over. It's like she's almost, by being one with this energy that's coming in, it's like you've activated not only yourself, and your twin flame has helped you with his divine masculine to activate this, but you've activated the whole school. If you're helping a school, you've activated the city, you've activated this community, you've paid it forward in so many different ways. So my advice here is to go ahead and do those things that you've had that thought about, because it's not going to be something so crazy that the divine feminine has not tried to do this before. These may be things that she's tried to do before, or she's had the thoughts in her mind and she never stepped out fully and did it, or she never allowed that creative flow to really come through, because a huge part of divine feminine awakening is the creative energy. It's going to come through, and it can show up with helping others and helping our ascension, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it, Christ consciousness, spiritual awakening, shamanic awakening, shamanic healing, whatever form that it's taking, it's just going to grow and expand. So that's truly the energy that is coming through for the divine feminine. Okay. Another part of this also is, with this, the divine feminine, she's also acknowledging something, and this is very important. She is acknowledging that she can let go of the divine masculine and not just have the mother, that over mothering, clinging, protective, and just grasping on to every little move that the divine masculine might make, or trying to be, almost like smothering it to try and make it come together and make everything grow with the divine masculine. She's going to awaken and understand that she doesn't have to do that, because actually, essentially, the divine masculine, she's going to be able to look at him, and it's almost like, if you see a butterfly and this butterfly has been cocooned, and you love the butterfly, and then one day it spreads its wings and it's able to grow and expand, and you can see it even more clearly. That's the way that she's going to be able to see the divine masculine. It's like he's going to be allowed to be truly who he is. Okay, and it's going to be okay. She's going to be so happy that he is not hiding his true self, that she knows him inside and out. She knows all different sides of him. She's going to be able to be happy and release and let go with him being happy. So this is coming through so strongly, it's so huge. It's like the divine masculine is there, and he's even more comfortable with her and acknowledging her, because she's not, the divine feminine is not clinging to him and shutting down part of his energy. He can just truly be who he is. You know, a lot of happiness, a lot of almost like a little boy, not being really, really mischievous, but he can really be who he is, you know, without her shutting it down with the over nurturing and the smothering that the divine feminine can do when it's out of balance. So, one of my videos, I really want to talk about things that the divine feminine and divine masculine can do to cleanse out that stagnant, stuck kind of energy that keeps us from being free as twin flames, and clearing out some of that and things we can do to bring ourselves back in balance. So some of the products that I have, that I make, they're all about that, you know, regardless if it's twin flame or not. But specifically, I wanted to make a video on how to get rid of some of that, because there are things you can do to clear out some of the stuck, stagnant kind of energy that does not help us to move forward. You know, especially if you're empathic and you're a twin flame and you're awakening and you've got all this going on and you're trying to go ahead and live your life and have your productivity also, you know. So there are things you can do, and I think I'm going to do a separate video for that. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have some cards now. I'm going to shuffle through and see what's coming forward. And I have a few different decks here. I don't always use cards in my readings or sessions, and I always like to have the energy of our ancestors and our guides and helpers, and, you know, during, you know, if anyone asks questions. So so here we have cards coming through on how we should, you know, how we should proceed and what to look out for this month. You know, it's going to be January 2017. So we need a card to help us to know what to release as the divine feminine. If there's anything holding us back, you know, even at this point, even though we're awakening and more. And so this is what I got. It popped right out. It's confidence. I don't know how well you can see that. She's smiling, and it looks like she's about to get on a horse. It's the confidence card. So this card is actually all about knowing what's best and knowing what is there and what's in your highest good, and just needing the confidence to go ahead and take the step forward and do it. And to do it with happiness, and to really put that energy into it, that it's right, that you're doing the best thing for yourself and for your plans and goals. So that's wonderful. That's for the divine feminine. And so let's see for the divine masculine. what we should be focused on. I'm shuffling the cards now. Okay. And this one is the one that popped right out. It's the Warrior. The Warrior for the Divine Masculine. So that's a really cool card for the Divine Masculine. So let's take a little deeper look into the Divine Masculine, because I know that we often feel that the Divine Masculine is hiding something, or they're not truly coming forward with their thoughts, and leaving the Divine Feminine feeling like there's questions. So let's go ahead deeper into that, okay? So I'll read it to you. It says, "My beloved, when the warrior appears to you, it is such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you in your life, you are truly protected." So this is wonderful because it's all about Divine Masculine energies. "Whatever you are experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love or relationships, this card represents the one who is deeply committed, deeply protected, and kind. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow." Okay, so that's really good for the Divine Masculine because it's confirming, it's confirming that part of the relationship. So that's perfect. So the focus coming forward is for the Divine Feminine to keep moving in her energy and being confident, being confident and stepping forward with that confidence in those actions instead of questioning it and blocking it off somehow, or not believing it and feeling it. Going ahead with it, trusting your Divine Feminine energy and your divine flow. And for the Divine Masculine, here's the Warrior card, about truly being guided and protecting it, and protecting relationships and friendships because they're sacred. So, I mean, those are pretty good, extensions of what I was channeling in. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you got something from it. If you're a twin flame and you're watching this, I hope that you're doing, that you feel that you can, do this, that you feel ready to step forward for 2017 and just get some guidance and insight sometimes, and know that you're not alone and that it's okay, that all of this is coming together somehow for your highest good and for the highest good of all of us concerned. So I hope that that helped you a little bit. If you would like a reading or to get in touch with me, I'm going to leave my email. It's in the links and in the comments. And you have a wonderful and blessed day. Thanks. Blessed be. Bye.